Hey everyone, this is Moto Vigilant back with another video, and this video is kinda different today because I'm making a tutorial for the software which I use to edit my videos, and there's a little story behind it. It's like somebody commented on my video recently and I saw the comment. It was like she needed some kind of reference on how to make those transition effects which I shown in that video, and which led me to another comment in which I promised a guy to make a tutorial on the transition effects. So I thought it's already late, so why not make now? It will be cool. So here it is. So I have Blender open, and couple of things to let you know that I have an add-on installed called VSE Transform Tools. Without it, it will be really hard to edit any kind of video in Blender. It makes cutting and cropping and transitioning a little bit easier than default ways. So I have that add-on installed and enabled, and I have already imported two different video clips by using Shift A, which will open up a menu to import whatever thing you want, like sound, image or movie. And so this software uses frames to describe the length of the video, and that's what we're gonna use as a reference for the length. So we have two video clips, and we are going to do the zoom transition effect. So for that, we're gonna take the second video clip, right click and make a box to select both audio and video clips, and press G to grab, and press Ctrl to snap to the end, and left click to release. Now we want to move this end exactly 20 frames inside here somewhere. So for that, you're gonna press page down button so that our marker will snap to the video cut location. You can use page up or down to move forward or backward to the next snapping position. Now at the end of the first clip, over here where it says 182, we're gonna click and click again and hit -20 and press enter, which will move the marker to 20 frames inside the first clip. And then we have already the second clip selected. Press Shift S and it will snap to the marker. So we need some gap at the top of the first clip because there is going to be a transformation strip over there. And select the video clip and take your arrow in the video display area and press T, which will create a transformation strip. So do the same thing for the second video clip too. Right click to select and go to the video display and press T. Now we will have to use the transformation strip to do the magic. So on the right side, it has a property panel. If not, N should bring that up. Press the N key to remove it and N key to bring it up. So in the N panel, you have this position X and Y, which will shift the video clip left or right, and Y for up and down, and the scale to scale X, and Y for the Y axis. Can select uniform scale to scale X and Y together, which we can do for both of them. to make the work a little bit easy. Now press the page up to snap to the start of the clip. Now from here we want the first clip to start scale up, so we will go in the scale property. Make sure you have selected the transformation strip of the first clip and press I to insert a keyframe, and press the page up button to go to the next snapping position. And to see the effect clearly, just click on the second clip and click on this icon to disable it, so we can see the second clip. But as is the end, it will not show anything because it's the end. So just press the left arrow once to see the last frame, and then select the first video clip again and press S to scale up to a position where it almost fills the whole area, and left click to release. And when you have that scaled, press hover on the scale value and press I to make it a keyframe. So now when you see that in action, it will scale up. Now we need the opacity to go down as well, so we're gonna go to the first location where the first keyframe of the scale is. Gonna go to the opacity and press I, and we will use the page up to go to the second, and left arrow key to go back one frame, and over there we're gonna set it to 0.1 as a value. And after that we're gonna take our arrow over there and press I to make a keyframe. So now if we see in the viewport, it will scale and become transparent like that. And now we need to do the opposite to the second clip. So before we begin to the second part, I realized that the order of strip arrangement is not right. So we're gonna move the first clip on top of the second clip, so the opacity of second clip is under the first clip. So after doing that, select the second clip, and we are not going to touch the opacity as we need a solid background. We're gonna play with the scale only. So by default the scale will be 1, so we need the scale to be 0.5 on the starting position. So set it to 0.5 and hit I. It will turn yellow and set a keyframe. Page up button to go to the second position and change the scale amount to 1 and hit I to make a keyframe. So now if you see the video actually in action, you should see the first video scaling up, and then second video is coming up smoothly. So right now if I play this video, it will not look as smooth because it will take some time to load the frame, but when you render everything, it's gonna look really nice. You can always play with the overlap of the frames, like 20 frames. If it's too slow for you, you can do it for 15 or 10, or if it's too fast, you can extend up to 30 frames, which is about a second. So basically it's up to you. And for the rendering settings, you just need to scroll down make sure you have like the original format of the video and 100% at the resolution. And in the outputs you select the folder you want to save your file in by clicking on this folder icon. You select the file format. I usually go with the FFmpeg video, and in that you click on the encoding. I click on MPEG 4 and high quality as the output quality and slowest as the encoding speed. It will make a smaller file. And don't forget to choose an audio format or it will not sound anything. The AAC format goes best with this. Can choose the bitrate to lower or higher the quality of the audio in the video. So I guess that's the good start on making the transitions. You can always be creative on this. I'll leave the link in the description where I did other kind of video transitions and you can watch them all. In this I made the same transition in other video where I did a blur effect too on top of this. For that I used Gaussian blur effect strip, and what it does is I keyframed the X and Y blur value to 0 at the first position, and on the end I gave it like 50. So when the video scales up it will get blurry as well. At this time the PC will get slow a little bit, but yeah, adding the blur will help the effect to merge smoothly, but I'm not sure why it's not showing up the transparency. So yeah, you have to set the same transparency keyframe on this here too. So I quickly do that. And yeah, so now it should work fine. So you do the same thing on the other clip too. Just move them up one channel, right click, select this transformation strip, shift A, effect, Gaussian blur, and starting blur value is 50, keyframe, opacity, we're not gonna touch the opacity here, and go to the second position, press 0 and keyframe. So now it should both should blur at the same time, and in the end it should come up clear. So this is how exactly did one of my transition effect. Hope you learned something today, and I see the response. If I get good response, I may make more tutorials on this in future. So this is Moto Vigilant signing off. Until next time, be vigilant, ride safe.